end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So out comes the NFC for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
Ready, 95, 56.
On first down, Brees. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ready, you ready?
They go play action here on first down. Ertz over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Breeze to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Breeze to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. So here now the AFC for their first drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Conner, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. Here's Conner. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 17 yards there. And that's an AFC 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 20, 10, and touchdown! Melvin Gordon, 64 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
18 yards there and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Breeze. That is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a thing, partner.
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and he just locked people down.
And Thomas has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well. This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Here's Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Aldrick Rosas now for the NFC field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now it brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Mahomes to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession. An interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
Oh, that was sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
A first down carry for Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. So they can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Again they run with Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On play action, now Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7th. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. Breeze
now on 3rd and goal. And It's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC has taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. This fielded at the 2. What a spin. Oh, he did it again. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. Nifty move by Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for the touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC has retaken the lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Incomplete.
Attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score AFC 12, NFC 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as...
Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Yellow.
Now Gordon on 1st down. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 30. The 20. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Melvin Gordon, an 80-yard touchdown. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Back to throw, Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd and short. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Breeze to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now Breeze. Breeze to his Saints teammate, and the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Now Breeze. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Intended for Zachers. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Breeze now to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the AFC is going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And Cook has it, left side. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got here in the final stages. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
NFC 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Breeze now on first down. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Breeze to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Breeze to throw for it on fourth. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And this will be taken at the 13. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy the Madden you already know and love with Madden Ultimate Team, Franchise, or a
frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound to surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems, no. I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football's a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here with a lot, and I mean a lot, of NFL experience.
Hey, I like the young Turks. I like the Baker Mayfields. I like the Patrick Mahomes. I like the Lamar Jacksons. But I do like those grizzled veterans who know how to play the game, know how to run their team, and know how to handle difficult situations. Maybe I'm just showing my age, too.
Met here on the opening Thursday of 2015, and they're at it again here. The Steelers and Pats are underway. This fielded at the 2. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Patrick Chung on the return. The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey, set, flag, 20. I'm coming after you. Hey, go 66.
Sony Michel, his first carry. space to maneuver at the 40. And some room to maneuver. 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 74 yards. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Overcommitting in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. To throw is Brady. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up a touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out is the former first-rounder from all the way back in 2004 from Miami of Ohio, Ben Roethlisberger.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise... Just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense. Get things going and see how things settle in.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
On the run is Connor. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Black 20.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. Look at the big man rumble. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, 73 yards. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Exit. Check it, reload. Eat. Down to lose one. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 50.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So they need to determine if that knee was down.
As they were going through that, the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Wait, set. Wait, it. Watch 85. Rip left.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the penalty, Michel. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the... and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. On the ground, Michel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is. Putting his foot in the ground and going.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those.
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
11 yards there, first down. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Brady gives to Michelle. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Here we go.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's first and 10 right at the 40. Ben to throw again. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. On second down, Connor looking for space. Give him 8, maybe 9, but they're still left with a third and long upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. On the ground, this is Michelle. A beautiful fake. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to second and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and
9. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Motion.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Watson has it right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Benjamin Watson from 19 yards away. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
All right, now, Blue 30. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. There's Roethlisberger. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on, in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot.
Hey, 66. Hey, 5-7. Alpha.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. On the handoff, it's Michel. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Spins by. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
97's the mic. 97's the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Right to the end.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Matt LaCosse from 3 yards out. And the Patriots continue to roll. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Roethlisberger over the middle, complete. That's McDonald. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Wait, 53. Rip. Here we go. Let's bring it. Hey, Delta. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Hey, hey.
Brady now on first down. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he'll get it down here to the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A couple of big plays in succession there for the Pats. They're on the move.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Brady now on first down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. He won't go down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Patriots 39. Steelers.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a fourth on second and goal. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. But it'll be second and goal. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, 4 yards on the touchdown grab, and the Patriots are pouring it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's go, baby.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that...
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Bravo. 55, Mike, 55.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Going deep here for Adelman. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Brady and Edelman hook up for a big one. 71 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, there's a video.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. The fourth touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Patriots.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make the decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Dorsett on the return. Dorsett by himself. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Let's just call that play what it was. Bold, dashing, daring, and a big-time return for a touchdown.
Fielding a punt inside the 10. Most coaches... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. This is caught. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's off. offense now heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now Roethlisberger. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Gostkowski for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up what...
And he loses the football a second time. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Following the fumble recovery, Brady. And Watson has it right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On second down, Michelle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
29. Alpha. Hey, 66. 53 Linda. Hey, both 66.
On third down, Michelle. And an alley to run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish.